particularly that work in Congress and D.C. and at every, local district. Everybody has a senator and a representative, and there's very few women in Congress. I think I even have a page for them. If not, I'll create one. But what happens is these women, most of them are married. Of course, I was talking, and I don't know how they do it, but somehow they shut the camera off. Because the Congresswomen, I don't know how, I can just try to start all over, but they are the ones that are behind this protection of letting these men abuse women and not giving us access to the money that's legally ours. When they shut us down, they take the paychecks, they move out, they go and party, they get to keep the mortgage, the house, the car, all that money, and then they leave in domestic violence their families, and then we get stuck to go to the shelter, to have to read, they don't even have like a program. They should have like housing that is just automatically given to women. Just go here's a free house somewhere, go live and get a start all over, okay? But no, they don't have that because you can't get new furniture hardly, and most of the programs are cut through the police. They're shutting those all down. And these congresswomen, what it is they're mostly rich, and when they leave their husbands, they just leave, and they take the money and they go start off and they buy a house somewhere or whatever. They already have 5 houses, so they don't have all this dire situation where you have to flee and don't have your stuff or whatever, and you have someone like taking your money and not giving it you none and making you beg for $10. Or just not paying the bills, making you go like behind, and so like your credit gets messed up, and then you can't rent because your house, you can't buy a house, and they just basically ruin you. And the laws are set up to let them do it, so let these guys screw the women over and then go take off, and then they get to start all over and get all the money. They should actually be the ones who suffer financially in their pockets, or they wouldn't keep doing that. And if they knew that they were going to get hit with half of their check gone, or if they were going to have to pay for what they do, and when they keep domestic violencing women, then they would think twice about it. But since they know that the women Congress will back them up and let them get away with anything, and then just make the women beg and put them in poverty and make us be the blame of everything, then it's just going to continue, and they're going to protect them day and night. They're going to keep closing domestic violence shelters and funding and programs, and keep making a way for these monsters to keep terrorizing the women, because after all, they do work under the elites as lynchmen. I mean, you could put them under like police, because they're, in a form they are, because they police the women, they monitor, they control us. They say when we can leave, when we can't leave, what we can do, when we can do it. They say if we could deserve a higher quality of life or not. If they decide, they don't want to help us, they just could say no and fuck you. I mean, sorry, but that's what most of them do. And they'll hang up in your face too, because they know no one's going to come back and say, sir, you have to. Because and then if you go through child support and everything, they don't even do like updates, so the guy could be making more money and get a better job, and then when you try to go for like an update, an automatic, they don't do automatic. You have to fight and fill out the paperwork, and then when you take the dude to court again, he's just gonna be mad, he's gonna come after you and all this, and then it's gonna be hell. So that's why they make it, you have to keep doing it and keep fighting and stuff. Anybody else has to be according to their pay scale. Anywhere else you go and you apply for any programs, and they want to know, and they base it on your pay scale. But somehow with child support, they can't figure out how to manage when someone gets more money, how to give that to the parent and the child, because they block all day long, and that's what they do, and they're good at it. They build bureaucracy, red tape, and they don't give a damn.